You mentioned just how poorly the Democrats are polling at the moment. What does the future of the Democratic Party look like? We've just seen the Democrats become so irrelevant. Here they are attacking Doge. There are some Democrats out on the streets torching Teslas. We've seen in the election campaign last year, prominent Americans who belong to the Democrat Party just abandon the Democrat Party altogether and support Donald Trump. I mean, what's the future for the Dems?
Well, they've been there before. After the Carter debacle of 1980, we had 12 years of Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush, and then they got smart and said, we've got to go to the center. And then whether you like Bill Clinton or not, or whether he was sincere in his centrism, he did balance the budget. It's the last time a person did it. And he fought crime, and he closed the border. And the Democratic Party was in power for 8 years, and then with the interregnum of George W. Bush, they still won the popular vote when Bush was elected in 2000. And then they had Obama. Then they moved hard left under Obama, and they went further and further left. And they're either going to have to go back to the Clinton remedy and go to the center. John Fetterman is kind of an example, or they're going to be completely irrelevant. I don't know if they're going to survive, but they're not unlike some of the parties in Europe on the left. We have a conservative, worldwide, global reaction to this hard left, progressive, socialist 20 years. And in the United States, they went after, they used lawfare. Now we're seeing the Europeans adopt the American left by going after politicians in Romania and France, Germany, and they don't have a constructive agenda, is what I'm trying to say, that'll appeal to 51% of the people.
No, they certainly don't. They've got a few years to get it together. I noticed that Gavin Newsom's hosting a new podcast, trying to interview guests on the other side, trying to appear more centre. Are you buying it?
No, I don't think anybody. I'm a sixth-generation Californian, so I know the whole Bay Area politics very well, what Jerry Brown or Nancy Pelosi or Dianne Feinstein or any of them were like. But everything that he's saying now, he's criticizing himself. He might as well talk to a mirror, because he's the one that he blows up dams when he's supposed to build them. He gave $500 million to illegal aliens during COVID. He created a slush fund to sue Donald Trump. He's given Medi-Cal, that's free health care, to illegal aliens, where it's broke. It's $8 billion, and the whole quarter of all Californians are defaulting on their power bills, because it's 40 cents a kilowatt, the highest in the United States, highest taxes in the country, highest gas taxes, and among the worst infrastructure, the highest poverty rates, 21%. Largest number of illegal aliens. 27% of the population was not born in California, and that demanded assimilation, integration, acculturation. And what did he do? It was all diversity, equity, inclusion, separatism. So he helped create this. In fact, he's the architect of most of California's failure, because he was not only governor, he was lieutenant governor, and then he was mayor of San Francisco, and then he was on the City Council. He's got 30 years of fingerprints all over this disaster.
Yeah, well said. And just looking at his track record, it is not good. Finally, Dr. Victor Davis Hanson, we assessed Trump's performance over the past 73 days, but looking ahead, if he is able to pull off some of the key promises, which he's starting to, will America be better off? How do you see America in the next few years?
Well, he's got 4 or 5 initiatives that are very risky and controversial, but if he were to pull them off, he would go down as I think, the most successful president in 50 years. And those are, can he denuclearize Iran without blowing up the Middle East? Can he solve the Ukraine war? Can he get us on a trajectory in 2 or 3 years to a balanced budget? Can he rebuild the U.S. military? And can he, I think it's very important, get within $150 billion of a trade parity, so we're not running these huge deficits. If he can do that, and he's working on all of them, and they're gaining enormous resistance and anger, but They have to be done, and if he can pull it off, it'll be something that we've never seen anybody. We've never seen anybody this ambitious, is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.